Okay, I'm like so excited. I'm so excited because guess what? My friend Mindy's here, and Mindy is crazy. She's like me, and we feed off each other. And she's also a top network marketing leader. Hi.
Girl.
Girl, I love you. You got to put that on your stories. Mindy's a queen at this. She's the queen of the social media stories and the engagement and then selling her stuff. And like, she's one of those people you have to kind of watch what she does because it's just really funny. And it works. Is that what you were doing right there? What was that? You were recording it?
I was creating it in my story, man. You want to bring people on your journey. And especially when somebody is talking so nicely about you, I might just save that and just replay it.
I should have done it longer. Should I start over?
I mean, please.
Hold on. Let's start over. Please
Okay.
hold. Y'all, I'm dead. Do you know who's on with us today? The Mindy Backsen. The Mindy Backsen. And you know what's awesome about Mindy? Is she's a regular human. She is a mom. She's buried under snow right now where she lives. They just got a lot of snow. And she's also a top network marketing leader. And she does it from her phone, like everything from her phone. And she's really good at this social media stuff. You can never miss a day. There's never a day that she's not on her stories. She's talking. She's got stuff going on. And then she's quietly selling her products in the middle of that. And she's generating new people who find her online and want to join her team. Like you just find her and fall in love with her because she's awesome. And so she's become a good friend of mine. I met her when I spoke at an event. Like I met her in real life. I used to know her before that online. Then I met her in real life and we hung out and we had a lot of fun together. And so my dear friend, Mindy Backsen's in the house. Was that better?
That was so good. Thank you.
Thank you. If anyone watching ever needs me to do a good intro for you, I'm here for you.
Boy,
you need friends to do that.
That was real good, buddy. Thank you.
Well, it wasn't a lie. It was all true. So we got to hear your story and everything. We're excited. I'm just excited to have you here. But I think your journey's an interesting one because you came from a different company, joined a different company, did really well, doing really well, and doing it all from your phone. Kind of cool.
Well, yeah. And it's been, let me tell you, friends, it's been a journey. And I think that's been actually, now that as time progresses and you go through these seasons and stages of growth that, is in any business and any life, right? There's the seasons of which we're buried under about 2 feet of snow here in North Dakota. But, I look back and what a journey it's been, and taking people on that journey through your stories, taking people on that journey on your news feed on social media has been, as crazy as it seems, it's been like the ticket to growing a pretty substantial organization in a short amount of time. Because this, Michelle, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And if they don't really know you, then they don't know how much they freaking love you. And then they don't trust you. You know what I mean? So it's just been, that's been the fun. That's been the really fun part for me.
Do you think video is like a secret to like getting people to like get to know you better? Is that what it is?
1,000,000%. Like, you look at hi, Heather and Amy and Kathy and Yvonne and Marcy and Ivana.
Everybody that is watching, they're all awesome. That's what the thing. They're the nicest people ever.
Hey, listen, here's a perfect example. We would not be able to connect, all of us right now, right here. And I just clicked the comments and saw all these beautiful ladies pop up if we weren't live on video right now.
Yeah.
Right. So video and being, we're getting a little bit more creative, or we need to get a little more creative with our video because, as algorithms change and blah, blah, blah. But yeah. And I don't know how much we want to get into that right now, but yeah, video is where it's at for sure. 100%.
Yeah. And the more you make, the more you're exposed. Like, you see some players that like literally put out like 5 videos a day. And I'm like, well, that's a smart strategy, right?
Good on you, though, because I tell you, this is the thing. And this is the one thing that a big tip that I can tell you, friends, and we'll get into the whole, like the what are we doing here? The 6-figure kind of daily guide or something, daily game.
She's got a plan that she follows.
Oh, Cheyenne's here. Hi, beautiful. Anyway, whoa.
Did I meet Cheyenne from you? How did we connect? Did I meet Cheyenne from you?
No, I met Cheyenne from you.
Oh, I always wonder.
Yeah.
Who did you know first?
I think Cheyenne. How did we all connect?
I know. Anyway. Sometimes I see people follow other people, and I'm like, "Did you know me first or them first? How do we know? How are we all connected?"
But anyway, oh heck! And I had a thought, and it went away.
I interrupted you.
No, it's fine. We got excited because our friend Cheyenne was on here. But. Oh my word. It's not too often that my brain just draws a complete blank.
I am an interrupter at times.
There it went. Anyway.
Okay, so videos. I said so videos. Oh, there's people cranking out all these videos all the
Oh, yeah,
time.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
kinda crazy,
Yeah, and
right?
friends, big tip for you. Please, please, please stay in your own lane and do not get comparitis, because comparitis is like, that's like a deadly killer. I'm not kidding. And even as a top leader, sometimes we get into this thing and it's like, I mean, you look at Michelle Cunningham. She's a freaking legend. And sometimes I'm like, oh gosh, I don't have the cool backdrop Michelle has. And I don't know that I'm as pretty as Michelle is. And the content that she
Prettier.
puts out is just really fantastic. And like, you get into these crazy things, but you know what? I have my people. Michelle has her people. Melissa has her people. Luis has her people. Like, everyone has their people that are going to be attracted to them. And so comparison is the thief of joy.
Totally.
So you totally nailed it. And so that is one thing. So when you see these people, they're like, I did 5 videos a day for, 50 days and now I'm a bajillionaire. I mean, if you want to challenge yourself in that respect, knock your socks off, Connie. But
Honey.
Connie, that's not me. That's not who I am. It stresses me out. And I want to do things that I love and enjoy. And when you do the things that you love and enjoy, it comes just easier. You look forward to doing it, and then you do it more often. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Cheyenne, the answer. I met Michelle randomly on Facebook. I know. I don't even know how we met. We just became friends.
Yeah.
I know. And then connected with Mindy because she's so dope.
Yes, I'm dope. I love that word.
You're so dope.
Dude.
By the way, the table that's behind Mindy to the right, I just bought the same table.
Get the heck out of town.
It's in the bonus room upstairs.
No way.
The same table. I was at what do you call it? The store.
TJ Maxx, Hobby Lobby. I don't even actually
It
know where
wasn't
it
a
came
TJ
from.
Maxx. I paid
No?
retail for it, but it might have been
Oh.
on 15% off, but that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
It's a
very
nice
pretty.
table.
I really do
have
love
it.
it. Thank
Did
you.
you just get it?
No, I got it probably 2 years ago.
Jeez, I thought I was being trendy. Okay. Well,
I'm behind the times there, aren't you?
I'm never up with the trend. I don't know.
With it.
Because I'm so busy doing my work and then with the family, I
Oh, yeah.
forget to pay attention what the trends are. So then I go to the stores. I'm like, whoa, what just happened? Everything's wood in here.
Well,
So
North
world is wood.
North Dakota's at least 5 years behind the trends. Okay.
So
Like,
I'm
I didn't
7
even
years
know.
behind on the table.
Are these cool sweaters with the rippy? They look like you're kind of
Oh, is that a trend? I thought you had an old sweater.
See? And it's kind of rippy here. I don't know. Is that cool? I don't know. I'm so behind.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the trends. You
This
guys
is
can
why.
just inform me if I'm doing something not trendy because I don't know. Anyway, okay,
Yeah.
so tell us about your story. It's a fascinating story. Everything.
All the things.
Yeah, tell us your background, where you came from and then how you got involved with your first company. And
Oh,
then we
gosh.
can jump into how you changed companies and then how you had
Oh.
success there. How you did that.
I'll tell you all the things. Ladies, pull up a chair, get a good cup of coffee. Let's discuss. Okay. So, so I am born and raised in North Dakota. Fun fact about me, my maiden name is Bowman and I'm from Bowman County, Bowman, North Dakota. No freaking joke. Michelle, I don't even know if you knew this about me.
I don't know this. How do you spell Bowman?
Bowman.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Bowman.
Yeah, Mindy Bowman from Bowman. Oh, a fellow North Dakotan. South Dakota.
It would have been awesome if Candace's last name was Bowman.
It'd be cool.
Bowman.
Anyway, so yeah, grew up in just a small town of 1,200 people. Went to high school, graduated in '97, went to college, and I was there just to be really social. I'll be honest. I had so much fun. It was crazy. I had so much fun that I had a baby at 21.
You did?
And yeah, I had my son at 21. I actually ended up in cosmetology school. Alan's from North Dakota. Yeah.
Everyone from North Dakota is watching this. Everyone is
in the house. I hope you guys are safe and not buried under an igloo, which we are here in Bismarck. Literally 2 feet of snow.
Crazy.
So anyways, went to college, was crazy, and found myself, went to cosmetology school. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Anybody else here a job jumper and you're I think I love this. No, I don't really like that. And then you go to this thing and then you're I don't really love that either. And you're I have got to be, yeah. Right, Michelle?
Totally. Every 2 years. I was doing the same thing.
Thank you. And my husband's can't you figure your life out? I'm no, I can't.
No, same.
Yeah. Don't put me in a box.
Don't put me in a cubicle. In a box.
Yeah. Don't put Mindo in the corner, right? Although I spent a lot of years in the corner when I was young. But that strong will, that strong will as a child, really, I'll be honest with you guys, this industry is not for the faint of heart.
No, you got to be strong.
It's tough. And my strong will has really carried me a lot through the craziness. So yeah, so fast forward. So I was in the insurance industry, oddly enough, for a girl who really hated school. I got into the insurance field. So for 13 years, I was in that field. Excuse me, I was actually in corporate for a while. Flashbacks. And then it was just awful. You know, when you're in a cubicle and then there's all the office politics and the cutthroat craziness.
Yes. Bad.
That was
I had that. Commercial real estate. It was all guys. They hated me.
Yeah.
I was like, why did not like me? I'm nice.
I know, right? And pretty. But anyway, so then friends, what happened was I got into working for some entrepreneurs in the insurance industry, independent agents. And what I found myself doing was helping them make a lot of money, like lot of money. And I did all the work. Like I did all the processes, and I was doing all the paperwork, and I was doing all the things and answering the phone and creating relationships with clients. And like, I was obsessed. I would actually get in trouble for being on the phone too long. I know, it's really a surprise, but I was like, oh, tell me about like your family. Oh, and then somebody died. And then I would be like consoling them. I just love people so much. Then here's what happened. Hello, Eminem. Hi, Christina.
Patricia was with us.
Oh, Patricia was in the cubicle for 38 years.
Yep. Patricia's one of my friends online. She's amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing story.
I'm so thankful you made it out, Patricia, alive.
Thanks, Cindy.
You have such good friends. Anyway, Cindy, do we know, is this still trendy? Have you ever seen like the rip sweat? Like,
please.
Am I totally out?
Did you think that Mindy was poor?
I was poor. Okay.
Oh, that's a trend. I just
it was. Your sweater. It was like the rippy. Okay. Okay. Anyways, so there we were, friends. In 2015. Or excuse me, I had started product in 2014, and this lady sold me some stuff, and I'm just like, oh, Cindy's the worst person. Thank you, Cindy. She's the worst person to ask. So
yeah, it's fine.
Sweater. Okay,
we don't have to be trendy.
Okay, we don't care.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, we're the bosses of ourselves, right, ladies? So anyway, so I started on product, and this lady was like, she was a selling machine. And so I bought all the things that she told me to, and the products worked well. And then here's what she told me. She goes, Mindy, I have a lot of your friends asking me what's helping you lose weight. Like either I can sell them the products or you can sell them the products and make money. What do you want to do? I'm like, well, I mean, okay, tell me, what does this look like? Went to a business.
This your current company?
No. Geez,
Former company.
That's
a good pickup line, though. I like that.
I know.
That was a good line.
You can make the money or I can make the money. What do you want to do? I'm like, well, you know, I mean, at that time too, in the workplace that I was in, I was like, well, I still don't really love what I'm doing here, but you know, whatever. So I went to the business meeting. And have any of you gone to the meeting and you're like, I am definitely my husband will kill me and I can't spend the money. And oh, wow, this sounds really intriguing. Wait a minute. You guys earn trips? Holy cow. Like, oh, it was so crazy. I went in and I joined and I jumped all in and I was like, okay, we're going to do this. And yeah, my husband wanted to kill me. Like, he was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, but she said I can make money and we can win trips. And like a Jeep at the time.
A Jeep.
A Jeep. So there I was starting with my first company. I was 36.
Oh my God, you're like 23 right now. The math is not making sense. The whole thing is all messed up now. Okay.
Yeah, I know. So, but anyway, so fast forward, friends. Okay, so you guys get this, right? You get all this product and all these things, and then you're trying to sell all the things, and then your company gets sold. That's what happened.
Oh.
6 weeks into this thing, or 6 months, excuse me, months.
Okay. Well, that's good. Not too long into it.
Right. But like, I was so excited and fired up and committed in the products. And it was like the whole dream for me. And actually at that time, I'll be honest with you, I did get the Jeep payment, you know, the stipend, which I don't know. That's a whole nother conversation about those whole car payment things. But anyway, and then I did earn a trip. So it was kind of cool. Like, I was kind of like, whoa, I'm totally crushing it. But then all of a sudden our company got sold. And so for the next like 2.5-ish years, 3 years, it was just It was a grind. But guess what, guys? I never gave up on it.
What do you mean it was a grind? You stayed with that company for the next 2 years while it got
I
sold?
Yep. So what happened was the company gets sold. We're with another company for it was probably a good year and a half fish, 2 years. And the company that acquired us, I'm like, I don't really like these products and I don't really like
Oh, different product line, different
different
everything.
product line. They were trying to integrate some things, but then they were changing it to try to make it their own. And I'm like, don't you touch my little system here is awesome.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
are you changing the things? Right. And you don't
Right.
have control over that. So anyway, I tried to stick it out with them, and then here's the deal. I came to find out the very first company I was with, the people that they actually lost the company, retired. But anyways, they came back out of retirement and started another company. I was like, ground floor, you know what I mean? Yeah, I was so excited. I was like, okay, I got in, a position or whatever, before the company even had a name. It's one of those things. And I was like, okay, here comes the millions of dollars. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm so excited. That wasn't really how it worked.
Thought this was the windfall here. No?
Dude, I thought I was just going to get the golden ticket. Apparently,
Nothing.
that's not how that works. No, because here's the thing. If you're with a startup, or maybe you guys are now, maybe you've experienced this too. But for me, it was like, these pumps don't work. We can't get product out fast enough. The products are kind of mediocre. The systems kind of sucked. And I was like, oh, geez, here we are again. And again, like with previous companies, and I'll talk a little more about the success I've had with my most recent company, but with previous companies, it was just like, you needed to buy all this product and then you needed to try to like retail it all. That's a tough sell. I mean, and for those of you crushing it in that space, in that kind of a model.
Yeah, many of these people do crush it in that space.
Yeah. And I
But,
mean,
yeah.
props. I'm serious. Props to you, because again, for me personally, mailing product, like, I hate the post. I mean, I love the post office people. I don't.
We all have post-traumatic stress over the post office,
Okay.
right?
It's not just me.
No, it's an hour. It's an hour commitment every time you go, which is why I eventually figured out how to make my own post office in my house.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
way to be resourceful, Michelle Cunningham.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So for me, sending out product and mailing out product and all that kind of stuff drove me bananas. And there came a time, it was May of 2018, where I was in a place, you guys, I was in a low. And so in life in general, of course in business, but you know how we have those valley times and mountain times, and it's like, oh, mountains are great, valleys kind of suck. Well, I was in the valley. I was working at a job that I was not valued at, and my boss she wasn't very nice. It was just awful. It just sucked. And I'm like, okay, but I can't quit my job again. Like, I loved what I did. I loved work. I loved software and computers and getting to create systems, and I love people, and I love the relationships I created in the place that I was in. But I came home at the end of the day, and I wasn't going to go to do a home party. I was exhausted from all of that stuff. I just didn't have it anymore. I was 39 years old and just beside myself. So anyway, thank you, Melissa, for also agreeing the post office, it's a tough place.
This is a true statement right here. This is the quote of the call.
That quote of the call.
The post office is a terrible place. I don't know why. I'm a happy person till I go to the post office. I'm like, what happens in there?
I know. Yeah. Anyway, but I was in one of those times, you guys, and truly, and I'm a believer. I have, my faith is everything to me. And I was
Go to church every Sunday. You see it on her stories.
I love to share church with my friends. And do you know how many people actually click on the thing?
I go with you. You inspired me. I had been taking a little time off of the church. I went back the last few
weeks.
Out
of town. Are you serious?
Yeah. See? Yeah, so you're inspiring God into others quietly. You don't even know.
You know what though?
I found a church like yours. It looks like yours. And I'm like, all right, I'm Mindy. I'm at church. So yeah.
Dude, I love it. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Because here's the thing. In my time of crazy and turmoil and like distraught, like I was just a big old kind of mess. I literally had a video pop up on my news feed, and I pushed play on it, and I started listening to these people talk, and I was like, what's this social selling thing? Social media is amazing, right? Like, it connects us to billions of people. It's no longer like, well, I'm the so-and-so seller in this town. You know what I mean? Like, these are my people. You can't, you know what I mean? It's like small town.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's where I came from. We were like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And so social media opened me up to like, whoa, hold up. You teach us how to sell on social media, like the post to post, and you teach us how to create engagement, and you teach us how to do it in a non-spammy way. And I was listening to all these things, and my fire. You guys ever feel when you're talking to somebody, or maybe you're listening to us now and you're like, ooh, that little ember, it's starting to get real hot again. Yeah, that was me. And so then fast forward. So May is when I found the
2018, you're in a low valley.
2018, I'm in a valley. November of 18, you guys, literally, it took me
Climbing a mountain.
dude, I started climbing. I put on my little backpack and my really cute shoes that were like mountainy shoes, but they were cute,
Okay.
trendy. Let's just manifest the trendiness of my shoes.
True.
And I started climbing that sucker. And November of 18, I joined that company. I had never tried any of the products, but I was like spazzing out because I was like, look at all these results. And so about what was it? In then June it was June-ish. We hit one of the top ranks at that company. I'm still with them today. One of the
6
top
months.
leaders. And I don't say that. Let me preface that real quick. Remember, friends, that came with a good 4 years prior of grind, of home parties, of vendor shows, of trying to sell wholesale to retail, all those kinds of things. So please know that I've been building my network 4 years prior to that, but it was just the social media and social selling kind of match that just lit it up. You know what I mean?
Would you say most of the people that you sold to in the beginning were people that you knew, or was it strangers on social media?
No, it was people that I knew. It was people because I didn't really know how to sell how to sell on social media, how to present myself well on social media. I'm like, I was like, oh, look, the diamond store is giving away a diamond ring. So I'm like, share that. And then it's like, oh, that dog's cute. And then I shared the dog. I didn't have any intentional purpose for why I was on social media until I started learning more about that. And I was like, oh, whoa.
What was that key thing you learned that was that whoa?
For me, I'll tell you what it is. It is creating value. It's creating value and creating relationships. Again, it goes back to the know, like, and trust factor. You know, it goes back to the know, like, and trust factor, but let's talk about this because in a relationship, right? Let's just say that, I don't know Cindy from Adam. I actually don't know Cindy, but I'm glad to get to finally know you, Cindy. But let's just say Cindy and I are having a little chat and we're talking about the post office. Okay.
Cindy's got a better situation. Cindy,
Cindy.
where do you live? Because in North
Yeah.
Carolina, it's not like that. There's one door to go in the post office. I run into the people standing in line. It's a
I
lot.
actually have to go into my grocery store to go to the post office.
Oh, that's a thing. Everyone
Anyway,
needs a Rolo printer and pirate ship.
I know
That's
we
it.
need to discuss, but I don't really have anything to ship out anymore. So there's that,
Yeah,
except
you
for
don't. This is
prizes.
nothing to
I like to send prizes. So people win stuff and they get prizes. And so I do send that. But anyway, friends, here's the deal. If I look at my product line as I've got a ton of solutions to a whole lot of problems. And how in the world do I know if what I have is a good fit for you if I don't know what problem you have? Okay. I mean, like it kind of gets in a little deep. It's not just like, here, please buy this from me because I need to hit a goal today. No. And this is for a whole nother conversation. But the point is this: if you're not creating those relationships, then you're not understanding what the problem is. And if you don't know what the problem is, you don't know if your product is a solution. Does that make sense? You guys catch that?
Yeah.
So when you find that problem and you can provide the solution, ding, ding, ching, 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 ching. That's money.
So how does Mindy form these relationships? Are these strangers? Like now that you're like past like maybe the people you knew, now is it strangers who become friends online that then you form relationships with?
I would say absolutely. I would say that at least I'll bet you 90% of my team and as much of that, or even 95% is on my customer side. It's all people I've never met before until social media.
It's crazy. It's
It's
crazy.
it's a whole new world. And it made me want to sing that song, A Whole
Whole
New
new world.
Don't You Dare Close Your Eyes.
feel like there's no one else I could interview that would just break out and singing in the middle
I
of it.
mean, but don't you guys do that sometimes when you're like
All
saying
the
the
time.
words and you're like, wait, this is a song. I'm going to just go into a musical right now.
Yes.
But there's no other place in the world that you can connect with other people. And think about this. Like, this is what I love. I was on a live yesterday. You guys, if you missed it, if we're a friend, like come find me and check out the live because it was really, really good. But the point is, I had a gal from Sweden. Oh, two of my girls from Sweden on there. The other time I had a lady from Croatia. We've got friends now from Australia. I would never get to meet these people had they not been on my live on social media. It's so incredible. And if any of you get to build globally in your businesses and you are not maximizing social media, you're leaving money on the table and bigger than that, you're missing the opportunity to give someone, like, there are people praying for your opportunity. There are people praying for your products that can help them with whatever their issue is. And you're missing the opportunity to provide that to them,
Yeah, totally. So 2018, June 2019, you're crushing it. And now you're still crushing it. But you settle into like a pattern. Like, what becomes like your daily game plan? Like, how do you, what does Mindy do for success?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll tell you, when I had actually first started this, I started putting together, because you guys, I was my own boss. Did I tell you I quit my job 6 weeks after I started this business? I think it was a 40-year-old midlife crisis, because the next month I was turning 40 and I'm just like, oh, screw it. Sorry. But I was like, guns a-blazing. I'm freaking doing this. I'm going to build this thing. And so actually, here's a real good point. I completely committed. It wasn't like, oh, hopefully this works out. I'm like, I'm going all in. And I did. And I made the commitment to do it. And so what I had to do, though, for my own self, my sanity, and my family, I've got 3 kids and 1 husband and 1 little fur baby named Benny. He's my favorite. But what I needed to do was create structure in my life. And so I started out with a morning routine, which I can share that with you if you want me to. And then some block time, and then kind of reflection time. So so in the morning, ladies, this is my morning every morning. I go downstairs, I make some coffee, I walk out my back deck, except for today because it was full of snow. But like, I literally raise my arms and tell the morning, good morning. I'm like, good morning. Because you know what it does? It changes your state. Yeah. Especially when it's like -30 out. So I love to say good morning to the morning, even though that sounds weird. You guys should try it. Your backyard neighbors might think you're weird, but I have like 2 acres back there, so I don't have anyone. So anyway.
My neighbors will think I'm weird. Mindy's been to my house. She sees the situation. Lots of houses everywhere.
Lots of houses everywhere. It's very beautiful. But anyways, but I love to do that because it changes my state. And then my morning is very tight with my devotional. And if those of you that read your devotional, I want to tell you something. There's always scripture at the bottom of your devotional. Open your Bible and read it. I'm not kidding. It changed my whole life. So I start with my devotional and scripture in the morning. I pray. I love to pray. And then I start also then with my gratitude practice. So it's 10 things I'm grateful for every day. It's my 3 goals. And then I have a little bit of time for personal development and growth. And I guard that with my life. That to me is a non-negotiable. I don't miss my morning routine because it's so funny, isn't it? Like, sometimes that's the one thing that people are like, I don't really have to, like, just tell me what to do. It's like, no, you have got to protect your mind and your brain and what's going into that thing. Because Michelle, you see it too, like in this grind that we're in, all these marketers and all these people trying to crush it, right? Like, somebody tells you no, somebody tells you your stuff sucks, somebody says, whatever, and they're mean. And especially on social media, like, you can open yourself up to some crazy lunatics. If you are not personally developed, that stuff can crush you. Yeah, it's true. It's right. I mean, it can make you rethink your goals. Like, do I really want to do this? Am I really good? Thank you, Melissa. Do I really deserve success? Yes, you do.
Yep.
But do I really, you know what I mean? You start questioning yourself. So for me and friends, I'm just telling you, guarding that part of your day. And if you're like, but I got to get out the door at 7 and I don't have time, I'm telling you, wake up 30 minutes early. I know it's crazy. I don't know what time you ladies wake up in the morning. Yes, honey. Yep, I will. I'm just finishing a live here.
Honey.
My little honey bun.
Story of my life.
They're
It's
home
always,
because they're
yeah.
stranded. They're stranded.
Oh, yeah, snow day, right?
Oh,
Whoa.
Renee, look at Renee.
Yeah.
Yes. Renee, I would love for you to go out. Just do it. Just do it for fun. Go out.
No, she says that's my exact morning, with the exception of saying good morning. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're saying go do it.
She's going to start it. I want your feedback. I want to know what you think.
You work out every morning too, Mindy.
I do.
I
And
see it in the stories.
It's typically 3 to 4 times a week. But again, with the snow and stuff, I haven't done a workout today. I can't lie to you.
I do about 3 to 4 times. I feel like that's just enough to like keep me sane.
Yeah.
And in shape.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, so that's my morning, and I guard that with my life, and I love waking up in the morning and making that my routine, because it just sets the tone for the day. It sets the tone for the day. And then I come upstairs and, checking messages and doing that kind of stuff. But having a little block of your DMO, your daily method of operation, those things that you need to get done for your business to prosper, blocking that is so important. And I'll tell you, friends, it has been the hardest for me. I'll be honest. Any of you have a hard time blocking? Just tell me in the comments. Just let me know I'm not alone here. I do. I just do. Everything is so much better when you follow your morning routine. God wants us to succeed. Yes, of course he does. You know what? I got to just tell you something. Jeremiah 29:11 has been like my scripture. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in a future. Like that for me, I'm like, he wants us to prosper. That's what we're here for. So anyways, I love it. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Sarah, Heather. Yeah, I got you guys. Okay. It is tough, but I'll tell you something. I challenge you guys. Okay. I'm going to challenge you today. Take, if you can, 30 minutes, even if it's 30 minutes. And I'm going to actually set you up with a little freebie as well that might help with this.
Yeah, this thing is awesome, by the way.
It is awesome. I'm telling you, Michelle has helped me with my branding and my messaging, and it's like next level time in my business. And Michelle, what you and I have created in the short amount of time that we've worked together, it's crazy.
Well,
so anyway,
you're amazing. You are amazing. And I think a lot of people are amazing. They just need to level up their branding. So I'm excited for you to show that.
Yeah. And so friends, here's the deal. When I do like my DMO block, okay, I'm just going to show you this real quick. So it's a 30-day personal business activity tracker. I know there's me, and it looked really,
isn't it so pretty?
Like I really want you to win right here. Okay. So anyways, and it doesn't come with, of course, like you guys get the PDF version. I had this printed just for, beautifulness. But anyways, it talks, we'll get into this at some time, or I'll create a video about it, which I know I still need to do that, but setting your intentions for the month. But here's the deal. When you get into working your business, okay, now oh, can you see that with the lighting? See all those beautiful little check boxes?
So pretty.
I know, it's beautiful, right? Look, and look. There's me doing a handstand. That really is me doing a handstand, being silly, and some affirmations and stuff. But here's the thing. So if you can take chunks of this, now I've got it blocked into 15-minute segments. So there's an hour's worth of work here. But what I want you to do is this. Stop and take some time. And if you get my tracker, great. Whatever business, DMO thing you have, just work it. Sit down and work intentionally for 15
You're giving them that tracker, right?
Absolutely. They can get the tracker. Yeah.
Boom. There it is.
Whoop,
grab Mindy's 30-day tracker here.
Yeah, grab that if you want to, and just print off don't waste all your ink and print off my face unless you really want to. But really the most important pages are, this one is kind of important. I want you guys to set your intentions for the month, but then getting into these different blocks on, okay, so I'm going to follow up with people for 15 minutes. I'm going to follow up with the people I've already given information to. I'm going to follow up with people that I've already started conversations with. Like, the point of this is not to do it exactly. Like, some of us are, who here's a perfectionist? Drop perfectionist in the comments. Like, that's been me. I know, I'm working on it. But these are ideas to jog your memory of like, okay, I'm going to work on follow-up right now. Okay, done. Next 15 minutes, I'm going to start some new conversations. I'm going to add some new friends to my social network. I'm going to do that for like 15 minutes. Boom, done. Then I'm going to prospect. I'm going to just get in my stories and I'm going to prospect some people. I'm going to jump into Facebook Messenger and make connections there. There's my perfectionist. I love it. And then of course, the last 15 minutes, I'm going to ask for referrals. Do you guys know that all good business is referral business? For real. Don't you agree, Michelle? Don't you love it when somebody says,
The
hey,
best. Yeah, it's the
I've
easiest.
referred you. You're like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's like a warm lead. It's just so much easier to sell, right?
Absolutely.
Someone comes in loving you. Yeah.
And then the last little chunks of this, you guys, is I've got like a little life tracker and some nooks and crannies, like some extra little things that you can work into your day. And again, this is what's worked for me. And so feel free. I mean, if you want to kind of tweak it a little bit and make it your own, I mean, go for it. And then the last thing, and I think it's really important, I did include affirmations as well, because I think sometimes us as women, like I thought for the longest time, like, I'm not really worthy of success. And who am I? I mean, Michelle, you just talked me off the ledge the other day, like, because you get into that comparison trap and then you question yourself. And it's so crazy, isn't it, ladies, how we do all this personal development. And I know I have a lot of great things to offer, but every now and again, you sound so dope.
I think it's so dope.
Dude.
Everyone loves it. That's a great tracker. It's so pretty and so comprehensive. It's really good.
Thank you for your help with this. Again, you guys, this is Michelle's beautiful branding. I mean, like there's even like some texture in the back of it. Like it's so beautifully done. So thank you, my friend.
Yeah, so yours is easy to do.
Yeah. Pardon?
Well, you're just, your brand colors, you know what you want, and you have the knowledge in your brain. So now it's just getting it out into these things you can give people. So, and that's like literally something all of us can be doing. And so, but it's so good what you created. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, you could recognize Michelle's touches, right? She does such a fantastic job. And so I think that, again, most importantly, number one, guard your morning routine, like with everything you got. Number two, create a good block in time. If you're like, okay, but I work full time, Mindy. Okay, well, what can you do 30 minutes over your lunch break? Can you check messages and, find some new friends in 30 minutes over your lunch break? And then after you get your kids to bed, could you take another 30 minutes and then, prospect some people or follow up with leads, or, you know what I mean? Like block a little bit of that time. And then, at the end of the day, I like to kind of reflect on what I accomplished, and there's nothing fancy about it, but I take some intentional time to think about what did I do right today? What could have I done better today? And in the books that I'm reading, I love to also take notes of what I want to implement. I'm constantly, as an entrepreneur, wanting to become more efficient, wanting to make it prettier. Wanting to, and like scripts, how can I tweak those to make it better? What more can I share? What more can I give back? How can I do that? And then I just connect with Michelle and she helps me with all of it. So otherwise, that's all. Otherwise, I just eat bonbons and drink coffee all day.
She eats bonbons and that's how she became a success. Hey, well, that's amazing. I'm excited for you, and it's amazing to see what you're growing and to watch you doing it and to do it all from your phone is pretty amazing. So, so I just love you, my friend. I'm so glad that you came on today.
Well, likewise, I have no doubt in my mind, you and I connected very much so for such a purpose. And so I'm thankful that, I'm just so thankful for you. You're my person and I love you.
I love you too. I love you. Watch this girl. Her brand is going to blow up, you guys. She's going to be $1 million brand course creator. You have everything it takes. Like literally you do. So,
and I have you, which is a big part of it. So I thank you. And listen, I want to, okay, hold on. I'm going to take over the show for a minute. I want to tell you guys something though. Listen, when you're so fortunate to be connected to Michelle, as many of you are, to watch how she executes and the simplicity that she can take anything so crazy and complicated and filter it through this brain, this beautiful brain of hers that has the gift to simplify it. Like, I'm telling you, Michelle, you are a gem. Like, you really are. The way that you work and operate with excellence and silliness and prettiness and sparkles and unicorns. I mean, it is such a gift to get to work alongside you and call you my friend. The whole world is lucky to connect with you because you really are. You really are amazing. So I love you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's like so nice.
Well,
I'm
you're
crying
welcome.
now. Thanks, my
Yeah,
friend.
you're welcome.
Well, seriously, I just love you. Thanks for this training today. I know it was gold.
I
Everybody
hope it
drop
was
in the
helpful.
comments.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said I hope it was helpful. Sorry to
Super
interrupt.
helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
And you guys can grab her tracker, go www.socialsellingsister.com/, tracker is how you can grab it. So,
Yeah.
well, thanks, my friend. I'm going to just share about something coming up. So I'm going to let you go.
Yeah.
And then I'll
Enjoy the
talk
day,
to you
guys.
in a
Go
little
crush
bit.
it. And report back. For those of you that are saying good morning to the morning, I would love to hear like how you felt. Okay. And go crush that block time. All right.
I love you.
Yeah. Love you too.
All right, guys. So that was amazing. I love Mindy. I love her energy. And it's just fun to watch what she's building. And I think what's so cool is like everybody's building differently. I think that's what, that I just love to learn from different people. And I'm actually creating something right now for you guys that is going to be a bunch of different people training. Stay tuned for that. That's coming out. A little sneak peek of something awesome. Right now, what's starting on April 25th, if you haven't grabbed a spot, is my 21-day branding challenge 2.0. It's brand new. It's never been released. We took our old 21-day branding challenge and I was like, dude, I made this 2 years ago. It's kind of old. Let's make it all new. So I made it completely new with a 120-page workbook, which I have over here. And it's the prettiest workbook I ever made in my whole life. And so I didn't make it all. My team helped to make it. But it's amazing. This is jam-packed with everything you need to know to build an unbelievable brand. There's probably nobody else selling a course for this price where you get all of this. This is insane. So if you don't have a spot, 21daybrandingchallenge.com. It starts April 25th. I will be live each day for like 10 to 15 minutes with the lesson for the day. So it's really short, simple, nothing overwhelming. So you don't have to commit a ton of time to it, but you're going to learn exactly what you need. And when you do sign up, you get instant access to this entire workbook. So if you're like, dude, I want to start doing it right now, you can like cheat, follow along. So anyway, that's the deal. I love y'all so much. You guys are amazing. I was thinking as she's talking, I was like, oh my gosh, it would be so fun to have a podcast, like do conversations like this with all of you guys who are super successful and crushing it, or just starting to crush it. I think there's definitely something to be said for people that are new to the industry that are starting to crush it, or starting to recruit, or starting to sell, because that's the best people to learn from, the people that are just starting to do it. But anyway, like, how fun would that be? So I will be live, Heidi, for the 21-day branding challenge. I'm live at I think it was at 1 p.m. Eastern every day. It says it on the Facebook community, but I'm pretty sure I would have scheduled it for 1 p.m. each day. So it'll be live at 1 p.m. And Michelle said, can you confirm me? I'm not sure if I've signed up or not. Yes, you can email my support team and they can tell you. Their email is support@michellecunningham.com. That's how you can reach them to find out if you have signed up. Okay, cool. It is 1 p.m. Yeah, I was pretty sure that's what I said it at. And yeah, if you have any questions about the course or you can't get it for some reason, all you got to do is just email my team or go to 21daybrandingchallenge.com to grab your spot. So that's the deal. Okay. I love you. Everyone's super pretty. Share this if you enjoyed it, because Mindu's awesome. That training was amazing. So share it if you enjoyed it. And once you've shared it, comment shared, and I will pick a winner and send you a signed book copy, which will be really fun. So stay tuned for that later tonight. Okay. I love y'all. Have a great night or day. We're still in the day. And then it turns into night. So have both of those be really great. Okay. Bye now.